10 minutes to your health.
Yes, we want you to sanitize and wash your hands, but the preservation of your smile is equally important. So how can you keep your teeth healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic? Dr. Tanya Perry, dentist at the Smile Center, is here, and she's going to tell you how. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning
Thank
time.
you for having me.
You see, she have the perfect smile.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I use and check people. You know,
No, that's the first thing I check a dentist, because if my dentist don't have perfect teeth, why am I coming to you? You know? All right, so I'm brushing my teeth, I'm flossing, the regular stuff. I know a lot of dental offices are closed during this time. What is your advice to your...
Well, the problem is a lot of persons aren't brushing and flossing properly, because with COVID-19, a lot of our routines are through the door. So people might be binge watching Netflix at night, waking up late, and maybe your teeth don't get brushed until 12, 3 o'clock. So the normal twice brushing daily is now out through the door, and probably the flossing is out through the door, because we're used to routine. And with COVID-19 and a lot of persons being quarantined and being at home, routine is through the door. So if you're not doing routine, things are not going to get done. A lot of self-care stuff are not going to get addressed.
Yeah, there's a thought that dentists are more at risk when it comes to contracting the COVID-19.
Yes, we are.
Okay, why is that?
Well, remember that one of the causes aerosol droplets, and procedures, especially like when you're cleaning teeth, we're directly there, we're in close contact with the patient. So that puts us more at risk because of the droplet spread.
Oh, Lord. So which is why most dentist offices are closed now except for emergencies.
Yeah, we're seeing mainly emergencies at this
What's
time.
considered an emergency?
Anything associated with infection. So if you're having a toothache, if you're having swelling, if you've knocked out a tooth, if you have a broken tooth, those are considered emergencies.
It's also a difficult time to care for braces.
Yes, it is.
What advice do you have? I mean, I know someone last week that the brace, it broke, and they were like, I need to get it fixed, I need to get it fixed. So what do you do
It's
now?
very good to make sure that you have the wax at this time. So all patients who have braces should have the wax. So if there's any wire sticking out or anything, you can use the wax to help to cover that end to help until you're able to make contact with the orthodontist. Orthodontists, their offices are closed, but I mean, they still have ways and means where their patients can contact them if necessary to get advice or otherwise.
Right. Caring for fillings as well?
Well, one tip in particular I want to give, well, we know that Jamaicans love to eat bone. No, it's not a good time for the bone and the ice and all the hard things, because you don't want to break your teeth right now, because it's not as easy to get it addressed. Yes, you can be seen for emergency, but remember that not all offices are open every day, so you may not get to be seen immediately. So please avoid the bone and the ice at this time.
What about
well,
people...
all the time.
Yeah,
really.
all the time. What about people who are in restricted areas? Now, say for St. Catherine, if they have a toothache and they can't leave home, because the officer, they go to the checkpoint, the officer doesn't believe them, they're at home with a toothache, what do they do?
Well, their clinic facilities, they should be able to get some address there. You could possibly call your regular dentist. Prescriptions could be called in, because we've called in prescription for patients who can't get out, meaning get to the dental office. So that's an option. I would also recommend that when you get to go out, it's good to have certain medication like painkillers, that if it is that you're having pain, you can have it addressed and you're not, searching through. I mean, I've had a patient come this week and she's like, boy, it's an expired medication I take in.
Oh, Lord.
But I mean, when you get a toothache, you reach for anything.
Yeah.
So remember, when you're getting your stock, it's important to have other little medication as well that you might need. Not just toothache, but any other little common things that you might have, like a cold or like that.
Yeah. Tell me about the toothbrush. I think some people use the toothbrush until the bristles say,
start to bend and fray.
Done.
Bend?
How often should you change a toothbrush, or should you clean your toothbrush?
Your toothbrush should be changed every 2 to 3 months. The recommendation is really once the bristles start to fray, that means they start to bend, you throw it away. If you get a cold or an infection while you're using the toothbrush, you're going to need to change it quicker. So once you get a cold or anything like that. Once you've recovered, you throw that away. New toothbrush, because you don't want to risk getting reinfected.
And especially in this time. Yeah, and that's an important point, especially in this time now with COVID-19.
Exactly.
Toothbrushes have to be replaced.
Yes, you need to replace it.
I want to touch back on a point you mentioned about painkillers. Do you take any arbitrary painkiller for a toothache?
Well, first thing, you want to make sure that you're taking something that you're not allergic to, or if you're giving it to somebody, you make sure that they're not allergic to it. Panadol will work for some, but it doesn't tend to be a strong painkiller, so I'd recommend that you have something like Advil or ibuprofen. These are over-the-counter medication that you can get. You can get Advil over-the-counter, so it's good to have like Advil, or Aleve is another good one which you can get over-the-counter.
Yeah. Dwayne, snacks. Snacks. I'm saying it twice because that's how heavy the snack is. In between meals. And it's a time, people at home, there's excessive snacking, especially for the kids. Nobody can brush them teeth like 5 times for the day, Doc. So what do you do in between? Can you just rinse? Should you just rinse with water, rinse with a mouthwash? What do you do?
Well, we really would like you to brush more often if you're snacking more often. And the truth is, we really want you to snack less and try and have healthier snacks as opposed to the very sweet, sticky stuff that will stay on the teeth and cause cavity. Because, I mean, we need our smile after COVID, right? So you have to take care of it. So you can rinse after. Sugar-free gum can be helpful because it helps to like clear the mouth of the sugar. So that's an option that you can use.
Yeah, you said sticky. If you have fillings, for example, what are some of the things you should at this time try? That's not bad to eat them. We did say the bones, but what
Definitely bone.
Like
hard
sticky
stuff,
candy?
Ice.
Hard candies, ice.
Because I have a tendency to just...
Don't be opening bottles. Sometimes people have some weird habits, like opening bottles. You don't want to be opening bottles at this time.
And when you say opening bottles, you mean with your teeth?
Yes, with their teeth.
Yeah, because
so you don't want to be using your teeth to open anything. I mean, don't even try to really tear stuff, because sometimes things that you don't think can chip your teeth can. So you have to be careful.
Yeah, well, so no ice. A snack on ice. So, I do.
Have the drink. It's good.
Yeah. Any other advice for people who are at home now and trying to keep up with their dental hygiene?
Remember the flossing. Flossing, most people tend not to like to floss or not floss between all their teeth. Very important, because with it, now that you're not getting to go in for your regular cleaning, a lot of persons are going to be behind. They're not getting the extra help from the dentist and the dental hygienist at this time. So flossing is very important. Even if you're seeing a bit of bleeding, please keep flossing. It's not that the flossing is causing the bleeding, so very important. You need to floss.
Dental floss.
Between all the teeth?
Yeah.
All the teeth.
And
some people feel it's only where the gap is.
Yeah, it's always like front and you don't go all the way to the back.
You have to floss all your teeth.
All right. Dental floss, you know, when you say floss, you know, no, not that kind of floss. Dr. Tanya Perry, dentist at the Smile Center. And Mother Teresa said, peace begins with a smile.
All right. That's 10 minutes to your health. We'll do it again next Thursday.
You need to have a session where we...
10 minutes to your health.